guys, I'm Kat. I am a member of Bariatric Weight Loss Family and decided to take a part, be a part of the whole vlogging thing because I have no secrets and I am always happy to answer questions, and I always like to just be able to inform people of things that go on. And that includes my job, or I do a lot of dog rescue and I do a lot of dog training, so I like to answer questions. And now, also I have cats. That would be Princess. Hello, sweetheart. And now, I recently had surgery about almost a month ago. It was the 18th, actually. So I'm not even sure what today is, so it may be right at a month. 4 weeks at least, 4 or 5 weeks. Anyway, so I recently had gastric bypass, and I want other people to know what it's like and what to expect, and is it easy, is it hard, is it worth it? And so this is my contribution, I guess. I will try to keep it as short as possible. I could ramble for hours, but I'll try not to. I'll start out with just real basics. I'm 32 years old, and I grew up in South Texas. My family's from West Virginia, so my accent's all over the place. Right now I live in Corpus Christi, and I have 2 cats, 3 dogs, and 3 chickens, and my pets are my life. I have a boyfriend who I've been dating for almost a year now. He was a big part of the reason I decided to get surgery. It's because when we started dating, I could tell pretty quickly that this guy was somebody I would want to get serious with, and if we ever got married, he wanted to have kids, which I think I want to have kids too, but I have PCOS and have since I was 16. Go away, princess. Cats are annoying, just like kids. Anyway, I was 16 when I was diagnosed with PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, and I have not had a normal period pretty much ever. So if we were going to want to have kids, I'm going to have to do something about that. My sister has PCOS, and it took her years to get pregnant. And I'm already 32. So, also I'm an ultrasound tech. I work at a hospital, actually same bariatric hospital I had my surgery in. And as an ultrasound tech, I know the risks that come with waiting and having kids older on. And so I want to get that done as quick as possible. You know, I want to be able to, if we get married, to start trying to have children, because the older I get, the older my eggs get, and they're, my ovaries are turning into little prunes as we speak. At least that's how I feel. Anyway, so I've been dating Sean for about a year, and I have all of my pets. I have a fantastic family. My parents are very supportive. I have 3 older sisters. I was the last attempt for a boy, and it didn't work out. I have 3 older sisters, and everybody's super supportive. I'm just very lucky in that aspect. I'm very thankful for the family that I have. And we're all big. All of us. I have one sister who would be as big as the rest of us, but her vanity has been her salvation, and so she runs and exercises and works out to stay skinny, while the rest of us just like food. And we are all working on it. We always all try to work on it and try and be supportive. But you guys all know the cycle of you diet, you lose a whole lot of weight, you look great, you take a break, and then it goes right back up, and then you gain all that weight again. And my entire family just has this cycle. We are all like that. Hello, Ophi. This would be my Great Dane. This is my other child. She's very jealous that I'm talking to someone other than her. Anyway, so my whole family has had this cycle forever. And last year, when I finally decided I need to get healthy and I need to start trying, I did keto, which is less than 20 grams of carbs a day, high fat, low carb, and I lost like 60 pounds. It's fantastic. I was doing great, and my whole life was keto, but the second I would stop, 20 pounds would pop right back up in like no time. So I've got to stay on keto. I've got to stay that way. Well, I was at church one time, and they were passing out communion with grape juice and a piece of bread, and I basically had an anxiety attack thinking I can't have communion because I don't want to have the carbs. And that's when I realized that's just not a life I want to live. And you have to live that way for the rest of your life. If you do the keto diet, you have to do that forever. And I don't want to live that way. I don't want my entire life to revolve around what I can and cannot eat. And so that's when I started doing the research for what's the most successful for women my age, for surgery, and that's when I went with gastric bypass. Also, like I said, I work at the hospital, and the surgeon I have, Dr. Stegman, is just amazing. Everybody knows he's amazing. He's the best one we've got, and so I knew that was going to be in good hands. Because anybody that works in the healthcare business can tell you that we have a long list of doctors who are never allowed to touch us, and a very short list of doctors that we trust, just based on our personal experience and opinions. But anyway, so I went ahead and got that done in December on the 18th, so a week before Christmas, and the holidays were very interesting. There were days that it was really awful, and there were days that it wasn't so bad, but what I can tell you is that it just made it so painfully obvious how badly I needed the surgery, how much food is my life, how I depend on food to make me happy, that if I'm upset or anything, hang on a second. Okay, that was the mailman. Hey, hush! Oh my gosh, I guess he's back. We're gonna try again. Sorry, mailman came back twice, and my dogs like to bark at the door. It's very frustrating. Anyway, so I started, surgery made me very aware of how badly I needed the surgery, because I became aware of how much food I put in my mouth, and I just didn't even notice it. And then when I couldn't, how much it hurt me that I couldn't have it. You know, I was staying at my mother's for 2 weeks because I was right out of surgery, so Mom can help me out, and it's the holidays. Whole family's at Mom's house for Christmas. And, you know, it's Christmas, so we have all the good food. Dad makes fudge, there's Oreos, and, you know, it's all that junk. And I literally can't eat it. I just had surgery. I was still on clear liquids. And so I could not have it. And I knew I could not have it because of health reasons. I could really hurt myself. And I was miserable. I mean, not all the time, but there were times when I was stressed, and, you know, the whole family's in the house and everybody's talking, and there's just so much going on, and just want an Oreo. That'll make all my problems go away, which we know that's not the case, but that's what your brain tells you. And so this surgery has really, I can already tell you, helped me just become aware of how much my life revolved around food, and it just shouldn't be that way. I should be able to find joy in other things and be able to manage my emotions without going for a candy bar, which is what I have been doing my entire life. It's what all of us do, for the most part. So I can say that's the first realization I had about surgery, and I'm going to cut off with that so that we don't ramble on forever. And next time I will probably tell you about some other realization I had from surgery, because there's been a lot of them. You know, once you have the surgery, you just become aware of how different your life is and what your life was like, and should it really have been like that, and so on. So we'll talk about that. You know, especially for those of you who are wondering if the surgery is right for you, like I said, I'm all about honesty. You need to know every facet of it before you make that decision. It is not magic. It's not going to fix everything overnight. Look at this face. It's been a whole month and it's still pretty chunky. But anyway, so we'll work on that. That's going to be my main focus. But I'll also tell you about some things that go on in my life, because my life I don't want it to revolve around my weight. I don't want it to revolve around my surgery and my eating schedule. I want to have a life outside of my weight. So I'll try to include that a little bit further on. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free. Like I said, I have no secrets, literally. I will tell you every creepy, gross, obnoxiously annoying, or disgusting, or embarrassing detail of my life. I really don't care. Like I said, ultrasound tech, I've seen it all. So nothing gets to me. Alright, anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or critiques, and I am all ears. See ya.